So with that kind of drama around, I couldn't really stay home. So I decided to take the opportunity to go for a little walk. So I'm out here in this rather breathtaking forest. And I figured I would do some lightweight camping. I haven't actually done that. I'm not going full ultralight. I don't have the gear for it. So just gonna skin back a bit on my pack. And haven't brought any food, haven't brought any water. Gonna find that as I walk along. I don't have a tent. There's some other stuff back here that I'll go through a bit later and I find a suitable resting spot. But I figured I'd document it a bit and hopefully someone will find it enjoyable. This is overall a fantastic detour on the journey of your life. Apart from the camera that I'm holding, this is actually all that I'm carrying. I'm gonna take a break now and unpack it and sort some water. I have a fireplace and some wind shelter here, so I'm gonna unpack this and get some water. So this is the sum total of the gear. This is a Go Outfitter hammock with Apex shelter. This is a gearbox waterproof container with a bivak, clip, stir clip, camera. I have another camera, we'll talk about that later. Here's my water filter, because there's a lake, need a water filter, don't want to be poisoned. Here's some extra clothes that I brought. Here's a deadly implement of doom. It's just a knife with fire steel on it. So first aid kit, here's some nuts that I brought, some matches, that's an orb camping light, small flashlight, some food, book, and back. So that's all I'm carrying with me. This is obviously not how you use an ember light to set a fire, but it works. Just set a small fire in it and just put it on the big fire and just tip it over and maybe it'll catch fire. Yeah, chill out. Food. This is also not how to use a tranga, just balancing it on some burning wood, but it's gonna heat my food and hopefully not spill everywhere, so I'm happy about that. My soup is cooking. I thought I'd just show you this. It's just a water filtration system. So I went down to the lake and I got water, which I should definitely not be drinking. So this is a 1 micrometer Sawyer water filter. So it just filters the water through at a leisurely pace. I should have had a filler bottle for this and a towel, but at least I have something. Oh, and I lied. I said I didn't bring any food. I have flapjacks and I have some soup. But now at least I have water so that it'll sustain me. But it looks really good though. It's really filtered out. Very happy about that. Also, soup. So, after enjoying my lunch, not setting fire to anything, least of all myself, I'm now taking in the views before proceeding on. A bit chillier now. I had to put my jacket on. As soon as you get out of the sun and into the wind, sort of it gets to you. Hoping tonight's going to be better. This is turning out to be such a great trip. Oh well, time to press on. So, walking along, thinking, pondering, contemplating, maybe reflecting, just a bit of reflecting. And I noticed that the trail isn't a trail anymore. It's a dried out swamp. It's no way of knowing where I am. The map is not detailed enough. So, lost, I guess. Not a big deal. I believe I can find my way back. Should be fine. And otherwise, to whomever may be concerned. Where's that trail? The trail, this gorgeous lake, and I think I might have found some traces of its population. That's wolf, right? Wolf? Wolves do that. Coyotes? Gonna have to be careful anyway. So I found this lean-to where I'm gonna cook my supper, and I found a few trees, and I'm gonna attempt to hang my Go Outfitters hammock between them. I'm gonna set up the camera. I can't do a time lapse. Wish that Stig was here with his camera, but I'll do something with it. Next camera is gonna have time lapse, I can tell you that much. And maybe there's gonna be a hammock here, maybe it won't. For supper, having a second helping of this mushroom soup. Now as the sun is setting, and this will be my sleeping quarter for the night, and hopefully it'll be nice and tranquil. Night. So, one of the ideas behind this little hike was, well, to test the hammock, obviously, which I failed miserably at because I didn't bring the straps. The second was that I wanted to test out the Moak, the mother of all kits that I got from a Kickstarter, and I packed everything in it, but it didn't take the strain quite as well as I would like. So I had to ditch it and go for the backpack instead, the very small backpack. Most of the things in the backpack are actually from the Moak, both the dry pack and the Emberlight and water purification, flashlight, not the mule. I hope to show you that when it gets dark, but the kit itself broke, the pack broke. That's a shame. Because it's nice. I'm very happy to have participated in that Kickstarter. The Apex shelter and the hammock from Go Outfitters are also Kickstartered. The mule is Kickstartered. What else is Kickstarted that I have here? I don't think there is any. I have my solar charger from Waka Waka. It's actually called Waka Waka, and that's also Kickstarter, but I didn't bring it. And I also have a strap light, so it's like it's a light you fasten to your backpack strap. That isn't here yet, but it's coming. That's going to be pretty awesome, I think. But now I hope to get a picture or two of my mule orb light. But other than that, I think I need to curl up in my emergency bivvy thermal blanket, basically, and try to get some shut-eye. Good night again. Sorry about that. So this is the mule orb. Not very much to look at. Could turn it on, turns into a little flashlight. Then when I turn it off, it's charged the plastic, so it gives off light for a good while. You can also set it to a mode where it switches itself on when it gets too dark, and it charges the plastic and then off again. So instead of me sleeping in a comfy hammock, I get to sleep in what is essentially a red plastic bag. Sort of the toes, makes it nice and warm, and hopefully I won't die from exposure, and make it till tomorrow. Yeah, didn't quite turn out the way I planned. Night. So it's just before 4 a.m. And I've broken camp, obviously, and I am heading out the park. I made some mistakes, and I'm gonna learn from them. First of all, going lightweight when it's not fully warm, because it's just the beginning of June, and it was too cold. It was just too cold. I only had my emergency bivvy, no sleeping bag, no air mattress, no camping mat, no nothing. I should probably have gone a bit heavier than that. Now that I have a good bag and I have all this fancy gear, I should have brought it. Should have brought the straps to the hammock. That would have been a good plan. But it would still have been uncomfortable because it would have been too cold. So that's something. Not too worried about the water and food thing. I think that worked out quite well. I mean, I could probably change that too. But I feel motivated to try this again, you know? So this is only part 1. I'm going to do part 2 when I actually get to sleep in my hammock. So stay tuned for that, and good morning, everyone.